what would you like to do? Oh, and
As
sorry, Sushant, you remember
yes,
KK at the beginning had asked, can anybody be immune to energy healings?
yes. Hmm.
And he had actually asked that question because he's tried a lot of modalities, but they haven't helped him. He just grabbed your first time offer here right now. So thank you so much for extending it for people right now on the call as well. And I can see Karuna's also. Oh, I love this. This is so nice. It makes me so excited when I can tell, when I can tell you that look at that. People are like signing up like immediately and they're posting also. They're also so
Oh,
excited.
thank you.
So, yes.
Everybody
Sushant,
loves cake, Neelu. You have put it across as a cake, so people are literally jumping on it.
superb. So what would you like to do, Sushant? Should we have the session first and get Sanjay in, or get Sanjay in first? I will leave that to however you know that the session is supposed to
Yes,
be.
if you want, we can have Sanjay first, and we can then conclude with the group healing to all, and then we can cover a few questions if people have.
Right. And of course, you're there for people. Any questions by chance not covered till now? Deepest apologies for that. But Sushant will be here with you on WhatsApp today and tomorrow. And it's, oh my goodness, Sushant is just pouring in. Anu, Vishali, Elizabeth, Angela, Kiki, Jyoti. There is like a litany of, like a whole list of names that I'm getting. So happy for all of you. So excited that you've jumped to an amazing offer. Sushant, let's get Sanjay on. Amrish, can we get Sanjay Shetty on, please?
Hi, Sushant.
Hey,
Hi,
Sanjay.
Neelu. Hey.
Hi, Sanjay. Welcome in.
Yes, I've been on 3 summits
Divine
up till
Grow.
now. I've been on 3 of your summits up till now. And I think, when you refer to the first Humkara with Halim summit, where Sushant had presented, I was just blown away when he had done that group session, and I was like intrigued, right? Like I was like, I have to learn what the hell he's doing, and and so I kind of pestered him and said, hey, you need to do a session like tomorrow. And he was like, give me a little time, and we actually did it. And I would say I've had absolutely amazing transformations which I've seen, for whether it's the first place, which when I do any modality, okay, is I'll tell you a little, is that I test it on myself, right? Is it working for me? Is it working for my family? Because before I go out and try it with a person who I don't know about, or a stranger, I've been practicing healing for quite a few years, is it really working for me? And I was kind of, to put it pleasantly, surprised with what HFH brought, because it kind of took what I did on a scale which was unprecedented. And in the very first week itself, like Sushant said, right? I mean, you can start healing people the very next day. I actually did it that same night with a bunch of with 2 people who just connected with me on the same day, and they required a healing, and it was astonishing, the transformation. And one of them was actually a family, a friend of mine who stays in Dubai, and she called me that night and was quite frantic because her mom and her dad, who pretty aged, staying somewhere else, her daughter staying in Canada, all of them at the same time had multiple issues which cropped up, and all different. Okay, and I was like, what the hell do you do with this, right? So I said, let's try and do a group healing for them using Humkara with Halim, and as well as highest frequency healing, to amplify so that I can reach out to the whole group. And I was, it was amazing breakthroughs, right? So where her parents were staying and her brother was staying, they had a major breakthrough, a house which they were looking to purchase for the longest time. The owner just walked up to them and said that, hey, I'm looking to sell, do you want to buy it? She herself at her house was facing a number of physical issues as well as some internal family issues. And she was like, the person who was giving me trouble which was a family member, distant family member, just went away, right? They just left, as in, not in a bad way, but just decided, hey, we need to move and be on our own. And that was a huge relief because she's been trying to do that for almost 2 years, trying to find some resolution because they live in a joint family. And that was, these are massive changes which happened within a session which lasted hardly 10 minutes. And, so I decided to stretch myself. I said, okay, let's see what more can be done with this, right? And I had this, and these were, this is something which I'm going to recount was something of, which happened during the lockdown. Uh, and this lady called me up and she was having severe anxiety with her family members having a lot of issues amongst themselves, right? All of us in a lockdown, in isolation with our own family members can be a challenge. And
Right.
and she faced that, and she faced it in a way which left her very helpless. And because it was her parents, she obviously, being the youngest out there, couldn't really broach the topic with them that, hey, we really need to settle down. And so she reached out to me, and I used highest frequency healing. And before I could even, so what you do, one of the things that you can do, and I, I already was able to do this because I've learned star magic, is that I automatically scan the place. And what 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 enhanced with what I learned with highest frequency healing was that I was guided to understand that one of the key challenges which these people are facing as a family is because of a extremely powerful entity which was located just outside the house. Now, typically, you look for, if there is a space and if there is a problem in the space, you look within in that space, right? At least I have never gone to see bahar kuch hai kya, right? And when I asked, there are this technique which is taught in highest frequency healing, and I followed that method, and I was shown, or rather, I could see the entity which was causing a series of problems. And the solution to that was ridiculously simple. Okay, and I won't get into the private details of what it was. And I did that, and the lady who I was working on, she called me and she said, after that, when her own parents are moving about the house or other family members, they're saying something's changed here. It's just become very nice and pleasant. And they had, obviously, she didn't tell them anything because she was put out, literally, right? Because the youngest member in the family has gone and done energy healing, which, not that they're against it, but, in a scenario where everybody was pretty worked up. And she was astonished with the results, and it was swift. So it probably took me lesser than the time I'm taking to tell you about it to do the entire session. Okay, and that's how fast it worked. And when he says amplification, right? When he says it can amplify an existing modality. So I was using Humkara with Helene. I also I use a number of modalities, right? I use Star Magic. I use Humkara with Helene. I use Lamafera. I use Reiki. There are a bunch of modalities which I've done myself. So what I've noticed is that it gives you the ability, like a lot of people, though it didn't apply to me after I did Star Magic, but for a lot of people, it's, you wonder, will I be able to know what is the issue? And the technique the sacred symbols which he teaches, or sacred geometry which he teaches, is so ridiculously simple. I was actually tempted to get my child to learn this in the next session. I actually asked Sushant that, look, she's 10-year-old, but can she learn it? He said, at this age, they're not really necessarily mature enough. But I'm very clear that I want to do it because it just gives you so much ease in having control over what you can do for yourself, as well as the people who matter the most to you, right? And yeah, obviously, I mean, if you're a person like me who's been doing healings for others, it enhances what you're doing incredibly. So, and that's one last thing which I want to add. There has not been a single question, and I ask a lot of questions. Okay, like I'll ask, why this in this way and not in this way, or if he says an instruction in an X way, I'll say, hey, what about we add this to it, right? And that's one great thing which I think I want to add about Sushant is that he will participate in that discussion. No question is a stupid question. He will participate in that discussion, help you understand it at a level which I have rarely seen any, healing modality teacher teach you, or explain the intricacies of if this, this symbol which you're already using, why why is it made even in that way, right? So going down to the exact root of why something is done in a certain way and not in any other way. So I think that aspect of him and his being available for you uh, for any kind of query you have is something which, it's so I would say in a very simple line, he's someone you can count on to answer any kind of healing question you have. In fact, beyond highest frequency healing, which is the most amazing part. So thank you, Sushant, and thank you, Neelu, for allowing me to share this.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank you. Thank you
on.
very much, Sanjay.
You're welcome.
That was delightful. It was so glad you did, and you covered so much and showed us a side of Sushant that maybe we would not have gotten to know about had we not heard from you guys directly. So thank you for that. And yes, I completely believe that you ask questions all the time, because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, in fact, you ask very interesting questions, if I may add that, because I have noticed from day one your questions coming in. So I think as any good teacher goes, teachers would like to have students who ask questions as well. So
Yeah, and I would just like to add here that Sanjay has been one, I would say, his asking queries have given light to entire group in whichever modality he has learned, whether it's Omkara with Halim group, whether it's Lama Fera, whether it's highest frequency, whether it's any, whether it's numerology. The questions that he will ask are different. They open up the new doors to you. And his questions have opened up new doors to many people many times. He putting across that question has given me clarity, like, okay, from this is where it comes. So it's never one way, Sanjay, it's always two ways. So
Thank you.
as good as you have said words for me, you are equally responsible for bringing out that best in me as well. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you, Sanjay, for being here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Sushant, there are people. It's still going on, and in fact, there are some questions that have come in regarding the course. If I could, and the session actually, if I could just ask you two things very quickly.
Yes, you can ask question. Yeah.
So Shilpi's asked, does this course involve any attunement? And the team has responded saying, yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Right. Also, here's the thing, Sushant, all the speakers, all you wonderful expert teacher trainers who are coming on, your packages, your offers are so amazing that people want to buy multiple of them. Sometimes, a workshop date clashes here and there. So suppose somebody who's bought it today, Shilpi, in fact, has this question. And if it's clashing, if that date is clashing with another session they have or another learning they have or a prior commitment, would you do another one later for the ones who couldn't attend it this time, but have taken the offer on?
Yes, I will. So basically one more question I got in the morning is that someone from abroad, like out of India, now for that person, the timing doesn't match. So I said, it's fine. I would be doing a 2 days. One day will be for Indian clients, which time will be convenient for them. And one day, the time which would be convenient for the foreign clients. Now, in such case where few people are getting missed out on the 14th June session, yes, very much, you will be accommodated. We will announce one more day workshop as well, just for you.
Fantastic. That is lovely. Shilpi, I hope that answered your question. And there is one more. Okay, Mridula she's very excited. She's been wanting to learn this for quite some time. And she's actually just taken your offer on as well. She had asked, I think she posted a little bit earlier, and I might have missed it, that exactly what Dr. Pooja Sharma said, that she felt all this like pain coming up in her legs while the sessions were going on. So, what could be the possible reason for that? And this session that you do right now, will it contribute to helping with that as well?
Basically, the session which I'll be doing right now would be for the highest and greatest good of each and everyone who is on the call. Because so here, you need to be open to what surprises you can receive. It could be emotional, it could be mental, it could be physical, it could be in terms of gifts. A lot of things will open up for you. So this session would be, you can get benefit in pain, but I'm not specifically focusing on the pains only. I'm focusing on many areas. I'm focusing on pains, I'm focusing on blocks, whether those are emotional, mental, spiritual. I'm focusing on abundance for all of you. I'm intending in this healing session that each and every person on this call becomes a space to hold their best possible self, like to have your best possible self to grow and grow and grow and grow more and more. Yes.
Lovely, lovely. Mridula, I
And
hope that answered your question.
yes, and apart from that, I
Right.
would like to add, Nidhu, I have a call at 5 p.m. as well today only. So just like we have a demo call. So yes,
Right.
if anyone thinks their questions have not been answered, I have a call from 5 to 5:36. You can get answer to all your questions.
Oh, lovely. Very
Yes.
nice. Very nice. Thank you. And there's Chai has actually asked a very interesting question, which I'm also curious about. Even though earlier I was staying in one place, she's asked, can we be working during the group healing?
Yes.
So you can be moving around and all that. Just don't keep your feet crossed, basically.
Yes. You can be. You can be working. You can do anything.
Super. All right. Fantastic. Sushant, the floor is all yours. Tell us what to do.
Okay. So just keep your feet and legs uncrossed. It would be good if you can have some water, a sip of water. In fact, I will also have some right now. And now just sit relaxed. If you are working, doing something, it's completely fine. If you are sitting or lying down, sit relaxed. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let it go. Take a deep breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let it go. Take a very deep breath and see your body expanding 10 inches. And now exhale while contracting your body 10 inches. Again, take a deep breath. See your body expanding 3 feet. Exhale and contract it by 3 feet. Inhale and cover the half of the room. Exhale and become half size of yourself. Now inhale and come back to normal. Breathe normally, breathe comfortably, and just be in the allowance mode. Say, yes, I receive the highest frequency healing channeled by Sushant Shah on 7th June 2020 for my highest and greatest good. In full faith, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now just keep your eyes open or closed. Lie down, sit relaxed, be in the receiving mode. Keep your hands open, keep your hands facing the sky, and give me a few minutes. Now see a luminous white color light coming from the sky and entering from your crown chakra, that is your skull, clearing your skull, forehead, eyes, nose, cheeks, and mouth, neck, chest, back, belly, shoulders, both the hands, wrist, palms, and fingers, your hip area, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet, and the fingers. Your entire body is full of luminous white light. The light itself has a small whirlpools inside it, which are simultaneously working and clearing all the 108 chakras in your body for all the small as well as big issues. All the pains are being released. Any blocks are cleared. Take a note. You will get a message at this moment. Whichever is the message, it will be for your good. The message will have certain action. Just note it down and do it. You will end up transforming one area of your life. It may be about doing something or refraining from doing something. Either way, go with the flow. See this luminous white light working in your entire body. And now slowly going into the Mother Earth, taking all the grayish color negative energies. Now see your aura expanding. See it 12 inches across your body, 3 feet around your body, 6 feet. See your entire room is filled with your aura, luminous white aura. And now I'm just installing peace and harmony in each and every one of you. I'm just installing the frequency of peace and harmony. Receive it, receive it, receive it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's it. Now, whenever you feel like, you can open your eyes. If you feel a need, take a sip of water. Having a warm water with lemon would be better. That's it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
That was beautiful, Sushant. That was so lovely. And I have experienced, full moon meditations with you. And this one was completely different. And when you said, see what comes to you, there's this line that I had read a long time back, which I'd completely forgotten about. And it just came back to me right now, which pretty much said, which the line is this, that, and I think it's somebody's quote, I really don't remember, but I remember the line right now, which is basically, do the storms ever stop? No, but neither do the rainbows.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, and yeah, so I had a smile on my face when I remember that line again, because yes, I know I've actioned a few things for myself this year around, this Tele Summit around, and I want to share with you, I want to share with everybody, the storms don't stop, but neither do the rainbows. And you know what? When you have amazing teachers like Sushant and everyone who's come before, you know what your rainbow is? That pot of gold at the end of the rainbow are these amazing tools that you can get to learn from. So think about it, and just go for it. And you've got to go for it, because till you don't try it, you'll never know. So before we close, Sushant, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you very much for all of you having on the call, giving your time. And do ponder over it. I believe every one of us on the Tele Summit want to increase, amplify your healing powers. If you are a fresher, you haven't learned anything, this is the best thing to start with. You can start with the simplest and very ridiculously simplest ways, which can give you miraculous result. If you have been practicing something, you already have heard what benefits you can get. So just come on this journey, come on to this journey with me to see a new, transform, and abundant life at the other corner.
So nicely put, Sushant. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
I'll be having a call at 5 p.m. as well. So any one of you who have questions, who have certain doubts, want to clarify a few things, you can join on the call. I'll be there.
Fantastic. And yes, there are people who definitely, and they want to talk to you for sure. So it is so nice that you're doing this call today itself at 5 p.m. People please do join in there. Sushant, 2 hours flown by, where it flew by, just completely lost track of time. Thank you for once again introducing something completely new and different to us. This time around, something that's completely unique only to you, highest frequency healing. And on behalf of Team Mystic Lotus, Nidhu, Amrish, Ruchira, Shilpa, Mispa, Saurabh, Abhishek, myself, Neelu, wishing you, Sushant, wishing all of you amazing, beautiful, lovely audience, a super awesome Sunday ahead, and we'll see you day after tomorrow. And with that,
thank you.
Right, thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye, Sushant. You rest well.
Bye-bye,
We have a call
Neelu.
at 5.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Neelu. And thank you, the entire team Mystic Lotus, Amrish, Neelu, Misbah, Shilpa. Apologies if I would have missed anyone, but just thank you to all of you guys. Thank you to each and every one of you on the call for giving your time. Thank you, and I hope to see you at 5.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a great day.